Hello everyone, welcome back to the Phone Museum. Today, I'm bringing Nexus 5 again. This is not a regular Nexus 5. If you want to see a regular Nexus 5 with the stock Android, I will leave the card on the top right corner. So you can check the hardware and stock software of Nexus 5 in there. And today, I will focus on Ubuntu Touch. Many people who like technology, they heard about Ubuntu a lot. Ubuntu Touch came out in January of 2013. At that time, there is a lot of types of mobile operating system, such as Android, iOS, Windows Phone, Tizen, BlackBerry, and Firefox. Even back then, other than Android and iOS, they're just a minor operating system. Eventually, now the mobile operating system is either Android or iOS. And we lost many phone manufacturers as well. Anyways, from 2013 to January of 2017, Ubuntu Touch was supported, but they did not release the phone just for the Ubuntu Touch. They put Ubuntu Touch into the Android-based phone. Even Ubuntu Touch is stopped support officially, but you can still download it from the UBport community. So I download and install the Ubuntu Touch to my Nexus 5, and here we go. Press the power button to wake up the device. When you wake up, you can see the time, date, and information with the little circle. In the circle, it tells information about how much music I listen, how many phone calls I receive, how many messages I sent or received, those kind of stuff. You can simply double tap to change. I didn't have any call received today, those kind of stuff. Like so. And I was wondering about this little arrow for days, and I realized that it is today's date information. Since today is August 6th, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's August, so there's 31 circles on here. Near the dot, you can see little semicircles around the dot. That is the last month's information about a call made, those kind of stuff. Or double tap to change. Sometimes not work. Change, then circle is changed. Then at this day, I made a lot of phone calls, those kind of stuff. And you can see top there's a bunch icons. You can swipe down to expand each icon. For example, the battery, there's a information about battery. You can change the brightness, auto brightness, flashlight, those kind of stuff. And you can swipe left or right to change the information. Of course, you can tap it as well, like so. By the way, for the battery percentage, you cannot put on by the setting. You have to type a command on the terminal. It's kind of funny. And if there's a message or missed call, then there will be a green email icon with the green LED light will blink. Like so, there's a green icon. If it's turned off, then there's a green LED will blink. So you can swipe down and see the information. So you can swipe left to delete, or you can tap. You can tap to reply, test, or you just click to go to the message app, or go to the call app. And you can swipe left to see all the dock, or you can swipe left or right anywhere to unlock the phone. This is kind of home screen, but not really. If there's no running apps, it shows the background with the dock. Ubuntu Touch is gesture based operating system, so most of gesture will work across the apps. From the dock, you can press the Ubuntu icon, or you can swipe from the left to see all the application installed. And if application is running, you swipe right from right to see all the recent open applications. But if you swipe short enough, for example, I have two different apps open. If you do it short enough, I can change the most recent application right away. This is similar to Android 7 Nougat or higher version of double tap to switch the most recent application gesture. And you can swipe from the bottom to up to do extra work. It depends on the application. So it's an extra menu is by the swipe up. For example, in the calendar, it's work like this. In the calculator, it's with the scientific calculator menu pop up. I really enjoy the gesture-based UI, but one thing I don't like about it is they did not have a going back gesture. They put going back gesture, I can see in the browser, for example, they put like a old style iOS, they put appears to go back, but they don't have a gesture for it. I wish they put gesture from like BlackBerry OS 10 when using Android app. It has a swipe kind of this way to going back gesture, but this one doesn't have any gesture for the going back, so it's kind of unfortunate. And one unique thing about this launcher is it support 0 degree, 90 degree, and 270 degree, but it also support 180 degree. This is upside down. It's kind of interesting because most of the launchers support 0, 90, and 270, but other custom launcher, for example, custom ROM, it support 180 degree, but I understand this is a custom ROM for Nexus 5, but you know what I mean. And this dock is also customizable. You can add icon into the dock or you can remove. If you want to remove, you want to just simply press and hold, then unpin a shortcut, then it's gone. If you want to add a icon, then you have to open the app and then you press and hold to pin to the shortcut. If I'm just pressing and hold, then it will go to the store of this application. Like so. I don't know why it didn't open immediately, but and you can see the recent open app. You can see the little white dot on here, and if the calculator is right on here, then there's a right dot on the icon, and left dot is in the recent app icons. Now let's go to the camera. I was very disappointed with the Nexus 5 camera, with Android version, and this share the same hardware, so of course the quality is awful. Actually worse than Android version. It is having trouble with autofocus, so before you shot, make sure you touch to focus to get a right focus, because don't trust this right autofocus. Even you took the video recording, it cannot check it right away from the phone. I thought it was a camera application problem, but I copy other video from PC to this phone and I tried to watch on the phone. It failed to do it. That's because it does not support hardware video playback. So when I was bored, I usually listen a bunch music. So this is camera and go to video. It can take a video record, but sometime right now is application is just crashed. This kind of problem. Okay. Anyway, so let's go talk about the image quality. You can just take a simple snap photo, but do not expect too much. I think the OIS is now really work properly because most of pictures are tiny bit moved and shaked. Lack of HDR, so when you take a picture, it's either you have a white sky or a dark subject. And I mentioned before, it's hard to get a right focus, especially at the night, which is similar to the Nexus 5. But thankfully, you can take a macro shot, but still, you have to try to get a right focus. And you need to take a 2 or 3. You have to try a few times to get right focus on macro shot. Let's talk about the keyboard. You can press and hold this language change button to change the language and go to setting immediately. Of course, you just simply tap to change the language. And let's go to setting. In the setting, you can select different language keyboard and change the theme. In here, there's a bunch of different language. It support Ubuntu Touch support, and there's themes. The themes, actually, there's 3 different color with 3 different themes. That's only you have to know. The color is white, gray, or black. So this is white, gray, and a black. So these 3 color and change 3 different themes. The first theme is background with the color, different colored keyboard, and just is just black or white or gray color. And border is all the same color with there's a little border in layout. So it's basically 3 different color and 3 different theme you can choose. So there's total 9. And also there's a bunch of tools for spell check, auto correction, those kind of stuff, and feedback. The one thing unique is little keyboard opacity. First time I saw it, I thought it's when keyboards pop up, still I can see the bottom contents, those kind of stuff, but it's not really. So let's put in the low. In the browser, for example, even this opacity is I put on the opacity, but I cannot see the information under the keyboard. So it just changed the color kind of stuff, not really opacity. And let's go back to the keyboard. So now I will do little keyboard test. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So it's pretty responsive and nice to have a haptic feedback. Also, you can see the little arrow, so you can swipe up to see kind of trackpad kind of stuff. So you can change the little cursor, and also you can move far left, top, far right, erase by like that, undo it, select, and I can cut and paste, those kind of stuff. Simple thing. And now let's look at the speaker quality. Nexus 5, the speaker was very poor, so I didn't expect too much of the speaker. But the speaker is worse than Android version. Here's an example. So the sound is really tinny, and when you raise the volume, the sound quality is worse than this $20 phone I bought back in 2015. And let's talk about the battery now. In Ubuntu Touch, I cannot see the screen on time, so cannot be exact comparison between previous phones, but you can just get the little reference about it. In my usage, I can use it for about 8 hours and 28 hours to 24 hours since fully charged. I usually use this phone for navigation, web search, watching YouTube, using calculator, and listen music as a music player, and of course make a bunch of calls. Other social media and other works I did on my laptop, so this battery time might be longer than my regular usage. Even though when I use it for as a music player, I can use up to 24 hours. But when I make a lot of phone calls and doing web search, it can use only 8 hours. So screen on time may be less than 4 hours. For charging, either wired or wireless, it takes about 3 hours. I think it's because both cable and wireless charging as 5 volt with 1 amps. That's it for today's video, and next video I will talk about the Ubuntu Touch settings and bugs on Ubuntu Touch. So if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and for the next video you can subscribe, then you can get the fastest notification. Thank you for watching my video, and hopefully see you in the next video.